Welcome back, everyone. Timothy Little coming back at you, and I'm going to go ahead and do a video marathon night here on this January 31st, 2013. And the first thing I want to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and roll through a bunch of hardware reviews. And the first thing I want to go ahead and cover, the first thing I want to go ahead and talk about would be the PlayStation 3D display bundle. Right, so that came out. Sony released it a few years ago, and basically they've created a great product. Sony has. They created a monitor in which you can. A monitor which works with your computer, your PC, whatever. I think it works with Mac too, but yeah, it works with your computer. Obviously works with PS3, and it can stand by itself alone as a standalone television because you could you could connect a cable box or a satellite box or whatever up to it, and you can actually watch TV on it. So it's a 3-in-1. It's a terrific display, and I have that. I bought that after Christmas and for a great price off of Amazon. And yeah, it's really great. I highly recommend it for anyone who has a PS3. Now, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of roll through a little bit of a review of that. And a couple of things I want to go ahead and say about that. There's been some talk about, well, how good is the 3D quality on there? Do things pop out or whatever? That's always a question that seems to come up whenever, you discuss 3D. I can tell you that go back and watch some of my other reviews on 3DS games. It's a very similar concept, very similar kind of experience where, it depends on the developer. I mean, it depends on, like the developers of Lego Star Wars. For example, the stuff on there popped out. That's just the way that the developers kind of made it. And so it really depends on what they put into their games, what kind of content, what kind of 3D content that they're going to put into their games. And some of them have MotorStorm, Motocross. It was kind of okay. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I don't know what else. I think High Velocity Bowling I tried it with, and like one or two other games or something. I don't have a whole lot of, I really don't play a whole lot of 3D games, in general. I typically prefer not to have to wear the glasses, but yeah, so I enjoy the 3D for the games that, for certain games. But for the most part, I use it with my PC. It works terrifically. It works really well with your computer. So, it's a great segue. You can just, you can use one monitor for pretty much everything. So it's a great, so it transitions well between your devices, between your electronics. And I thought it did a great job. Now, there was the only complaint I have about Sony's 3D display is that the buttons that control like the volume and the input, because they have two HDMI ports on it, and they have a component port, which is really cool because I like to go ahead and do video captures, as you know, and you have to have a component, component cables to do that. No, but the only complaint I have about the 3D display bundle is the fact that the buttons are on the back, but it's a weird. They're not on the front. Like normally on a TV. You would expect the power button to be on the front, or you'd expect the volumes to be on like a little side panel. No, they're on the back. So like I said, it's kind of weird. So you have to reach around the monitor kind of, and you'll see what I'm showing the clip kind of right now. But yeah, it's just weird. Now they sell a remote for it. I don't know how much the remote is. I haven't really looked into it, but and that's one of the complaints on CNET and on the other electronic sites is that it's kind of weird the way they put the buttons on there. But that's really it. I mean, it's not really all that bulky. It's relatively slim. It comes with a great durable stand, and you're looking at it right now because I'm using Pinnacle to edit this. But yeah, so it's I'm really impressed that if I have to go ahead and rate it, like I would a game out of 5, I'd probably go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5. And it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. I was very pleased with it. A little bit of difficulty linking it up to the computer. I don't like the fact that it auto shuts off if it doesn't detect the signal. I don't really care for that. If anyone knows how to override that, I'd be happy to listen. But that was kind of an undesirable thing where basically I would go to, I turn it on and then I go over to my computer, and then by the time I got to my computer, the damn thing shut off. So that was kind of weird. It's only happened a few times though. So 4 out of 5. I think for the most part it gets the job done. So yeah, and you've seen the clips that I edited in there. By the way, I'm using Pinnacle Studios right now, Pinnacle Studios 16. It is professional edition, so hopefully this looks pretty darn good. So yeah, that'll be all for now. Stay tuned. I got a couple other videos coming up tonight, including a review of my CPU fan, external CPU fan / USB hub, coming right here. You can catch it all within the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. So yeah, that'll be all for now, guys. That NES fan. I still call myself that NES fan, but for all intents and purposes, I'm listed under Timothy Little now. But yeah, that'll be all for now. So Timothy Little signing off for now. Stay tuned for more videos coming, like I say, within the next 15 minutes or so. It depends if how YouTube wants to play tonight. Hopefully they'll play pretty well. So that'll be all for now, guys.